Okay, we are live. We are recording the presentation. And again, I want to welcome everybody to the broadcast tonight. And tonight, I'm going to kind of maybe tell you a few stories about some of my experiences in this industry. And maybe, as I share with you some of my experiences and some of the things I've learned, maybe it can help build your business faster. When I was first exposed to this industry, a guy came over to my house and sat down with me in front of the, in the kitchen table. This is way before the internet days, and he showed me this real simple concept. Basically it was, back that particular model was you get 6, they get 4, they get 2, and you can make yourself 25, 30,000 bucks a year. And of course, that was back in the 70s. I got excited about it. And this was September of 1977. My wife and I just got married, just got home from our honeymoon. And my next door neighbor comes over and shows me the plan. I get in, I get excited. And for the next 10 years, I basically, I don't do, I was excited about it, because the concept made sense. But the guy that showed me the plan, he didn't have a system to plug me into. He just showed me the plan, so I signed up. I took the starter kit that I bought, put it down in my basement, never looked at it again, and I started talking with guys about this concept about making money, but I couldn't get anybody in. Probably about 4 or 5 years later, and by the way, guys, at that time in 1977, my wife and I just got married. I bought a retail store, a franchise operation. And so, even though I love the concept of network marketing, my number one focus was to build my retail operations. And the fact is, when Jim asked me the question, hey, Jeff, what would you get if time and money was no object? And I said, well, I'd like to have 10 stores, because I knew if I had 10 retail stores, I could own my life. Because once you own 10 retail stores, you could hire a general manager to oversee them and pay that guy a lot of money, and you could be free to live your life, and you'd have a residual income coming in from the 10 stores. So that was my dream. They showed me the network marketing model. I said, my gosh, this is better than owning stores, because every time I bought a store, I had to come up with $100,000 to $150,000 unencumbered cash and brought another $350,000. And of course, the stress and all the pain and the anxiety to build those businesses. And I said, this is so cool, because I can set everybody up basically as their own end user, their own distribution point. And just teach people this model. Even though I understood the concept, I couldn't get anybody in. And about 3, 4, 5 years later, I don't know exactly how long it was, I was out golfing with a buddy of mine, and he was a stockbroker, and I was president of the Chamber of Commerce by now, and I own stores, and so I'm golfing with my buddy, and normally when we get done golfing, we'd go in the clubhouse and we'd play some cards and stuff. And so I asked my buddy, I said, hey, you want to play 9 more holes before we go in, because we're getting done kind of early? He said, well, I can't. He said, I got to go to a meeting. And I said, well, what kind of meeting? And he said, well, I can't tell you. I want you to think about this. The stores that I owned back in the early 80s were Ben Franklin stores. And in the early 80s, Walmart was starting to come into the local markets where there were Ben Franklin stores. And so when my buddy told me he was going to a meeting, and I said, well, where's it at? And he said it was going to be over at the Pepsi distributor's house, at his house, and I wasn't invited. My mind started thinking, I said, gosh, could be going on that these guys would all be going to a business meeting. I'm not invited. I'm president of the Chamber of Commerce. What possibly could be going on that they don't want me to know about? And I had myself convinced that Walmart was coming into my community. These guys found out they were going to buy real estate to develop it, but they don't want to tell me, because they know I was going to lose my Ben Franklin store. Why show up at the meeting uninvited? And then they show this presentation, this network marketing presentation, the same company that I was in. The exact same company, but the living room was full. There were 20 people in this living room, and I'm thinking, how in the world could this guy get 20 people to show up at his presentation? And because I looked at myself as being pretty sharp, and I couldn't get anybody even be interested in looking at what I was doing. Then I found out after the meeting, went up and talked to the guy who was doing the speaking, and his name was Kenny. I said, Kenny, how can you do this? How can you turn these people out? And what he did is he gave me a couple audio, at that time there were tapes. He said, just listen to these. These will explain exactly what we do. All of a sudden it hit me that they had a system that they put together that teaches people what to do, how to do, and why to do it. And so all people had to do is just basically plug into their system, and they could build a business. Well, that started my career in network marketing, and over the next probably 2-3 years, learning curve, I got everything down, started figuring out how everything worked, and all of a sudden it just clicked. I listened to an audio tape that a guy did from up in Minneapolis. And he called it the DD machine. He says once you understand the system, he says you just plug people in the system teaches them what to do, how how to do it works on their attitude, their self-image, and their belief. And the system pops them out the bottom. They pop out the bottom as a direct. And so I said, man, this is cool. So up until that point in time, I was a business guy. So I looked at this as a business, and so I treated it like a business and said, we got these products, and these are great products. And so I promoted the products, and basically sales guy, and it was a struggle. At that point in time, I've been into the industry for 10 years, and we've made some money, but everything we would build, we would lose. We'd build it, we'd lose it. We'd build it, we would lose it. And once I listened to that DD machine tape, I said, okay, I got this. I know exactly what I need to do. I need to stop taking the focus on the products and put it on the people. And what happened in the next 90 days, we basically went from nothing. We qualified for a free trip to Hawaii, and over the next 11 months, I broke 23 of what they call those directs, and it was all because I started to understand the system. And I remember at that point in time, I started realizing the system is the key. So I look for people who want to make money. Okay, and once I find them, then I plug them into the system. And I remember one of the seminars we were at. This guy named Orrin. He was doing, he was basically teaching at a leadership level to us, and he said, so you guys need to kind of look at this and stop. Instead of looking at building your business as something you're doing, he said, you need to start looking at building your business as something you're getting. He said, because what happens is when you're doing something, that's a job. There's no magnetism to do. He says people look at what you do, wants to do. Okay, what they want is they want to get what they want to have. So what Orrin said, stop looking at what the building your business is something you're doing, and look at it as something you're getting. So the bottom line was, what's your motivation? What's your dream? What are you trying to get? And so all of a sudden, I had to start digging through, say, why am I doing it? Well, my initial goal when I got in is I wanted to get 10 stores so I could be financially free. But see, the goal was not the 10 stores. The goal was to be free. Well, why do I want to be free? Well, because I wanted to get up when I wanted to get up. And I don't know how many of you who are on the broadcast have ever been self-employed before, but let me tell you what my normal week was like. We had 9 stores. I would get up Monday morning at 4:30 in the morning, okay, and I'd get ready to go down to the store. I'd load up my van, and I had stores that were 2.5 hours north, okay. So Monday I'd head up to Caledonia, Minnesota, okay. I'd get there by 9 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 in the morning, work till 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night, get home at midnight. Guess what? And Tuesday, get up at 4:30 again because I had another store over at Osage, Iowa, another 3.5 hours a different direction, doing the same thing. So that's what I was doing. But you know what? I didn't want to do it. What I wanted is I wanted to have my dream. I wanted to be free. I wanted to own my life. So when Orrin started saying you need to stop looking at what you're building your business as what you're doing, and instead of looking at getting something, you had to take your focus off the work. And this is what hit me. There are so many people who struggle in this industry because what they do is they spend all the time, and we got awesome products. And we got the Magical Facelift product. It's an awesome product. We got the Eye Night product. We got the Aqualight product. They're awesome products. But you know what most people do? They spend all their time talking about how awesome these products are. What do? They spend all their time talking about what they're doing. And so what Orrin said, dude, if you want to explode your business, by the way, Orrin put in, and I'm going to be conservative on this, 50,000 in a matter of a few years, and we put in maybe 2,000 people. He put in 50,000. And why did so many people join him? And why did he have this magnetism that attracted so many people to him? It was because he was teaching people how to own their life. He was teaching people how to get what you want to get, not how to do something. I was spending all my time teaching them how to do something. And so when Orrin did this presentation, and I was at the leadership, I said, okay, I got to figure what I want to have. What's my dream? What's my motivation? What do I want to have? And then here's the next thing he said. He said, you need to take the stress off your life by stopping to make a living out of your business too soon. Man, let me tell you something. That was like a 2x4 right in the middle of my forehead. Because you see, everybody wants the results of building a home-based business. Everybody wants the results of building a network marketing business. So what happens is, most of us prematurely, we quit. Prematurely, we decide we want to focus on building a network marketing business because it's the best opportunity you can find. And so when Orrin was saying this, I'm thinking, okay, I think I got it. Remember, my dream was to have 10 stores so I could be free. My dream was not to have 10 stores. My dream was free. So I got out of the stores, and you know what happened with me? I ended up doing network marketing full time, and all of a sudden there was so much stress in my life because I had to put people in. I had to go out and find people that that wanted to do this, and the Doberman principle started kicking in, where all of a sudden people could sense I needed them. And so when Orrin said, stop putting all this stress in your life by trying to make a living out of your network marketing business too soon. And so what that means is, guys, if you're on this broadcast, if you're on this presentation, and you are struggling financially, you need to get to the point in time that you've got enough resources that you need the income from your network marketing business so you can have fun with this business. And so here's what Orrin taught. This was his basically his chant with his organization. Let's have fun, let's make money, then let's make a difference. Let's have fun, let's make money, then make a difference. The goal was to have fun, and you can't have fun. I got guys calling me up, and they're struggling. Why? Because they're trying to make a living in their network marketing business. And some people, be honest with you, when you visit with them and you should look at network marketing as being more of an interview process than a sales process, because we're interviewing them to see if they're the type of people that we want to partner up with to bring into our coalition to basically build a business. Well, if someone doesn't have enough money where they can pay attention, then you know what? They probably need to go find a second job. They need to have enough money coming in so they can make a living. Because what network marketing does, it builds a life. And if you need to build your network marketing business to make a living, there's so much stress and pressure on you that you can't attract anybody to you because you're not having any fun. If you don't need the money, and you're doing this because you got something you want to get, then this becomes fun. And then people come to you. They're attracted to you. Why? Because you're having fun. How in the world could Orrin put 50,000 people in his organization in the same time frame that I put 2,000 in? And I don't think Orrin's any sharper than I am, okay? But what he did is that he created this big group of people who are all having fun. Then they made a difference in people's lives. So if you're with us tonight, and say, I really want this to work. Well, ask yourself, are you putting a lot of stress, a lot of pressure on yourself because you need to make a living from your network marketing business? And if you are, I'm going to recommend go get a different job, get another job, go time, take the pressure off yourself. Now, some people are out right now. You're out there, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, gosh, they could go out and sell products. You want to know something? Yes, they could, but they won't. Okay? Selling products is a job. Now, if someone wants to sell products, 95% of people don't like to sell products. They can sell products. We have an awesome program for people that want to sell products. In fact, we got one group that's basically all they do is sell products. I'm excited for them. They make 30%. Somebody goes off and buys the iKnife for $25. They make $7.50, and there's 1/3 BB goes down to binary, so they get paid everything they sell, plus it generates $5. But you want to know, you're not going to build an organization that's going to change the world by getting people who want to go out and sell a $25 product. Okay, number one, the number of people that you're going to attract to want to sell these products is pretty low. Number one, and number two, it's going to take a lot of people that want to sell, and only 5% of people like to sell. So what I do is I like up somebody and say, hey, listen, you got something you want you can't get yet. Are you willing to change, become more than who you are so you can become the person you need to become so you can get your dreams? Are you willing to do more than you're doing right now? Well, let me ask you a question. And I have no problem when I'm doing a one-on-one and I'm talking with somebody straight up, face-to-face, belly-to-belly. I say what I'm going to recommend you do is I recommend you come in, you buy our $75 health pack to get started. You're going to get 2 Aqualite, 2 iKnife. You're going to get 1 FBS. You're going to get one MFM. And so you're going to save about $60 on these products, but it's going to give you the foundation so you understand how great our products are. But here's why you really need products, because if you buy the products, you'll probably promote people to buy the products. Now, here's what happens. If you're so broke that you can't afford $175, you'll never promote anybody to spend $175 on the products to buy the starter pack because you can't afford it. So you look for people who can afford $175. And then if people ask me, well, what would you recommend in the auto ship? Here's what I recommend people do for the auto ship. I recommend they get our maintenance pack. You get 60 sachets of the Aqualite. You get a bottle of the iKnife, $75 a month. That's what I recommend you do. So when I'm sitting down with somebody who's got a dream in their heart that they can't get to what they're doing, they're willing to become who they need to become. They're willing to change. They're willing to become. They're willing to more than they're doing. Then I ask them, hey, would you be willing to throw $175 in to get started and spend $75 a month if we could show you how to get your dreams and have all this stuff happen for you within 2 years? And if they say yes, well, dude, let's have some fun with this. Let's get them signed up. Get to the $175 starter pack, $75 monthly, and then here's what happens. If I sponsor them, I just made $75 fast start bonus on that $175 starter pack, which is not bad. Okay. I also, the $75 monthly auto-ship they set up on, if that's down my pay leg, I make $12.50 every month. You can do the math. How long would it take you to put 10 people in your pay leg? That's $125 a month. All of a sudden it goes to 100 people. That's $1,250 a month. All of a sudden 1,000 people. Now you got $12,500 a month. Guys, this thing will grow, but it won't grow unless you have a dream in your heart, unless you stop doing this and start getting this. Start getting something by participating in your business, and stop putting all the pressure on you by having to do this for a living. If you need money and you cannot pay your bills, and I know some of you are thinking, well, Gus, that's why I got into network marketing, because I was broke. Okay, you got to realize network marketing is designed to help people get their dreams. Network marketing is designed to build a business that can reward you for months and years and years and years to come. But you have to first have the right foundation. And so if you're out selling products, the only way to make money right away in network marketing is selling products. And if that's all you're doing is selling products, then what's going to happen is you basically limited your market base by about 90%. Because only 10% of people like to buy products. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to sell the products to 100%. You will. You'll get people understand how good Aqualite is. They'll buy it. It's that good. But let me tell you something. If you lead with the Aqualite product and how good it is, and you sell them on purchasing the products, they probably won't join you to build a business unless they like to sell. But let me ask you, how many people do you think out there got a dream? Who think got something in their heart they can't get doing what they're doing, and they're willing to become who they need to become to get it, and they would be willing to do more than they're doing now to get it, and they'd be willing to throw $175 in the start and spend $75 a month. Now I know some of you are thinking, well, gosh, Jeff, it doesn't cost. You don't have to buy a $175 starter pack. No, you can join just by buying a $25 Aqualite. You can join by buying purchasing a $25 Aqualite. In fact, we've got a marketing system that's designed for the internet that is basically designed to sift, sort, and sell for you with a funnel system that people can actually join for $6. But the whole reason we got that $6 funnel is to make a low threshold offer so they can get in, so we can get with them on the phone to find out if basically, to be honest with you, if we can upsell them. And to find out if they've got something they want. Now, you get somebody joins for $6. They come in and we talk with them on the phone, and they just say, "Oh gosh, I have no money, I have no skill sets, I'm not willing to change, willing to do anything different than I'm doing." Well, I would tell you what, then just you've got a $75 travel club you got for $6. You got a heck of a good deal. In fact, as I seen a couple of reservations that was just made tonight off Priceline. For you to we get a 10% commission on Priceline. Okay, so let's say you book a $500 hotel room through Priceline, or for whatever package it is. That makes us $50. We're going to give you $25 back on that. So just one reservation basically on Priceline will get your $6 back. But with the whole purpose of that $6 funnel, guys, is to give you a low threshold offer to bring you in, so we can get with you on the phone, so we can talk with you to find out if you got a dream in your heart that you can't get, that you're willing to change, become who you need to become, and you're willing to do more than you're doing. And if you are, then we'll partner with you. We'll take our time, our money, our resources, our expertise. We'll help you build a business to get your dreams. We would recommend that you buy the health starter pack for $100 if you can handle it. If you can't, don't worry about it, but we really recommend if you can handle it. Okay? Because if you can handle it, guess what? You're going to get more people coming in with that $175 starter pack. We'd also recommend you buy the maintenance packs for your monthly if you can handle it. And if you can't, that's okay. Then just come in for the $25 Aqualite. It doesn't make a difference to us. The purpose of the $6 funnel is to open the door so we can sit down with you to find out if you're what we're looking for. The funnel is kind of cool. Before the funnel, here's what would happen. And we've experienced this, and again, I've been in this industry since 1976. I've been in it for a long time. Okay, back in the old days, we didn't have the ability to do anything but take someone's list of name and call them up, call up their people, and set up an appointment where I would go to their house and show them the plan. Okay. Now, even though that was cumbersome, it was uncomfortable, I just did it anyways. The neat thing about it, 1982, 1985, there were no cell phones. Everybody's phone was their home phone, and people answered it. Okay, there were no answering machines. So when you called somebody's house, they probably picked it up. Well, that dog don't hunt no more. So today we use technology. Today we use we use a traffic system. We generate traffic, and then that traffic turns into leads, and the leads turns into buyers. What are that buyers? The buyer's a $6 purchaser. So now what happens when somebody joins a program for $6? Those are the people we call. Now think about this. Back in the old days, I had to pick up somebody's. If you join me. Days, I would take your list of names and say, hey, how you doing? My name is Jeff. You don't know me, but I'm sitting over here at Francis's house. Let me tell you why I'm calling. I own a couple of companies. We're in the process of expanding our operation in your marketplace, and we're looking for a couple of key people to help us in the development stages. Francis didn't know if he'd be interested, thought he might fit the profile. I'd like to ask you a question. Are you the type of person who looks at different business ideas? We did that over and over and over and over. Because we just realized in a deck of 52 cards, there's 4 aces, and we did it. But so what happens, we had to call a lot of people, had to talk to a lot of people. But if they said, yes, I want to see what you're talking about, then we had to get in the car, had to go to their house. Here's what's cool. Today, because of technology with this funnel, I don't have to do that. Not at all. We have the ability now. The effect is once you plug into the system, we teach you how to do all this. We teach you how to generate traffic that turns into leads, that turns into customers. And the only people that I talk to anymore are people that have spent the $6. And why am I talking with them? To get them upgraded to spend $175 if they can afford it. If they can't afford it, no problem. Then come in what you can afford. You can afford the $75 a month, do it. If you can't, no problem. At least come in 25 so you activate that position, because once you're activated, you start making the fast start bonuses to everybody else that joins underneath you, because if you're not active, that passes up. Okay, so the motivation is built into the system. But if the guy says, yeah, I want this to work, yeah, I can afford $175, put it in, do it. We teach generate the traffic. Traffic turns into leads. Leads turn into customers. Customers turns into upsells. Upsells turns into builders. And that's how this thing works. And what do? We have fun with this. The minute you start to realize that we are not looking to help people, I got to be careful how I say this. When you're in an airplane, and all of a sudden the flight attendant says, hey, listen, in case of a sudden decompression in the plane, some oxygen masks are going to drop down from the ceiling. The first thing we want you to do is put the mask on yourself and then help somebody else. Okay? So you got to help yourself before you help somebody else. What we want to do is we want to teach you to go off and try to look for people that can help themselves. Look for people who can help themselves, because once they can help themselves, they can help other people. But you got to stop trying to be. You got to stop going down to the ghetto and trying to help everybody. You get better. You put the mask on you. You get better, and you become the person you can become, and you can help more people. Look for people who are willing, not people who are needy. Look for the people who are greedy. Now, I know some of you think, well, gosh, Jeff, you're sounding too rough. Let me tell you something. Until you've walked in my shoes, until you've done what I've done, I have put more time in than anybody on this precinct. In fact, as I talked to a guy on the phone yesterday, I guess it was 2 days ago, okay, and he started telling me about how much he knows, and I said, dude, let me tell you something. I have spent more money than you've made building companies. I have hours in front of windshield time than you have. I have done more than you've done. The reason I feel the way I feel is because I've helped more people than you. When I bring somebody into a business, my goal is to help them become who they can become so they can get their dreams. My goal is not to give them a fish. In fact, my goal is not even to teach them to fish. My goal is to let them know they can learn to fish and go to the bait shop to learn how to fish. I don't want to I want to empower them to become who they can become. I don't want to sit back and say that, hey, I'm the magic because I taught you how to fish. And so I guess what I'm trying to get look for people who are willing. Look for people who got a dream and heart that they can't get doing what they're doing, who are willing to roll their sleeves up and do something more than they're doing. Okay, we want to build an organization that lasts. Okay, and again, what I'm telling you now is the stuff I've learned that helped me create a 6-figure income well over 10 years. Okay, and I got 7:25. I'm going to go ahead and shut the recording off. So give me 1 second here, guys.